Gilda Radner was not just a comedian, she was a force of nature, a beacon of laughter in a world often too serious. Her humor was infectious, her characters unforgettable, and her legacy enduring. But behind the laughter and the bright lights of fame, Gilda's life was a complex tapestry woven with triumphs and tragedies, joys and sorrows. Her story is one of immense talent, unwavering resilience, and a battle against an illness that ultimately took her life too soon. Gilda Susan Radner was born on June 28, 1946, in Detroit, Michigan, into a Jewish family that was well off but not without its own set of challenges. Her father, Herman Radner, was a successful hotel owner, and her mother, Henrietta Dworkin, was a legal secretary. As the youngest of two children, Gilda's early years were marked by a deep bond with her father, who introduced her to the world of theater and comedy. He would take her to see Broadway shows, igniting in her a passion for the stage that would define her career. Yet, this seemingly idyllic childhood was shadowed by her mother's overprotectiveness. Henrietta's intense anxiety about Gilda's health led to a childhood filled with doctor visits and constant worry. This environment contributed to Gilda's struggles with weight and self-image, challenges that would follow her into adulthood. Despite these difficulties, young Gilda found solace in humor, using it as a shield against the insecurities that plagued her. Gilda's journey into the world of performance began at the University of Michigan, where she initially pursued drama. However, it wasn't long before she realized that her true passion lay in making people laugh. Gilda's natural talent for comedy shone through in local theater productions, and she quickly became known for her sharp wit and impeccable timing. Her first major step towards a professional career in comedy came when she moved to Toronto and joined the Second City, an improvisational comedy troupe that was a breeding ground for future stars. In this vibrant, creative environment, Gilda's comedic abilities flourished. She developed a unique style that combined physical comedy with character-driven humor, drawing inspiration from her own life experiences. It was during this time that Gilda also began to explore the therapeutic power of comedy. She realized that making others laugh was not just a job, it was a way of connecting with people, of bringing joy into their lives. This realization would shape her approach to comedy throughout her career. Gilda Radner's big break came in 1975 when she was cast as one of the original members of Saturday Night Live, SNL, a show that would become a cultural phenomenon. Created by Lorne Michaels, SNL was a revolutionary blend of sketch comedy, political satire, and musical performances, and Gilda was at the heart of its success. From the moment she stepped onto the SNL stage, Gilda captivated audiences with her infectious energy and unforgettable characters. Whether it was the sweetly clueless Emily Latella, the loudmouthed Roseanne Rosanna, or the hyperactive Judy Miller, Gilda brought each character to life with a depth and authenticity that made them instantly relatable. But Gilda's success on SNL wasn't just about her ability to make people laugh, it was also about her courage to be vulnerable. Many of her characters were exaggerated versions of herself, reflecting her own insecurities and fears. This willingness to share her true self with the audience made Gilda stand out in a male-dominated industry and earned her the love and admiration of fans across the country. Her work on SNL was not only groundbreaking for its time but also paved the way for future generations of female comedians. Gilda proved that women could be just as funny, just as daring, and just as successful as their male counterparts. Her performances were a blend of physical comedy, sharp wit, and emotional depth, making her one of the most beloved figures in American comedy. While Gilda Radner's professional life was soaring, her personal life was a roller coaster of highs and lows. In 1980, she married G.E. Smith, a musician who would later become the musical director for SNL. However, the marriage was short-lived, and the couple divorced in 1982. Despite the heartbreak, Gilda continued to focus on her career, channeling her emotions into her work. It was during the filming of the movie Hanky Panky in 1981 that Gilda met Gene Wilder, the man who would become the love of her life. Their connection was immediate, though it wasn't without its challenges. Gene was initially hesitant to pursue a relationship, as he had recently lost his wife to cancer. But Gilda's warmth and humor eventually won him over, and the two began a romance that would become one of Hollywood's most cherished love stories. Gilda and Gene were married in 1984, and their relationship was marked by deep love, mutual respect, and a shared passion for comedy. They collaborated on several projects, including the film Haunted Honeymoon, where their on-screen chemistry mirrored their real-life connection. Gene was not just Gilda's husband, he was her confidant, her partner in creativity, and her greatest support. But their happiness was soon overshadowed by a devastating diagnosis. In 1986, Gilda began experiencing troubling symptoms, including chronic fatigue and severe abdominal pain. After numerous tests and misdiagnoses, she was finally diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 1988. The news was a crushing blow for Gilda and Gene, but they vowed to fight the disease together. Gilda Radner's battle with ovarian cancer was a journey marked by hope, despair, and an unwavering will to survive. From the moment she received her diagnosis, Gilda faced her illness with the same humor and resilience that had defined her career. She underwent aggressive treatment, including surgery and chemotherapy, but the cancer had already spread to other parts of her body. Despite the physical and emotional toll, Gilda refused to let the disease define her. She continued to work, writing her memoir It's Always Something, which was published in 1989. The book was a candid and poignant account of her battle with cancer, filled with the humor and honesty that her fans had come to love. In it, Gilda described her experiences with chemotherapy, her fears about the future, and her determination to keep laughing, even in the face of death. Gilda's openness about her illness helped to raise awareness about ovarian cancer, a disease that was often detected too late due to its subtle symptoms. She became an advocate for early detection and encouraged women to be proactive about their health. Gilda's bravery in sharing her story inspired many others facing similar battles, and her legacy extended beyond comedy to include her role as a champion for cancer research and awareness. Throughout her illness, Gene Wilder was Gilda's constant companion and caregiver. He supported her through every stage of her treatment, often using humor to lift her spirits. Their love for each other was evident to all who knew them, and their bond only grew stronger as they faced the challenges of Gilda's illness together. As Gilda's condition worsened in early 1989, it became clear that her time was running out. But even in her final days, Gilda continued to find joy in the little things, time spent with Gene, visits from friends, and the comfort of knowing she had lived a life filled with love and laughter. On May 20, 1989, Gilda Radner passed away peacefully in her sleep, with Gene by her side. She was just 42 years old. Gilda's death was a profound loss, not only for her family and friends but also for the millions of fans who had come to love her through her work. Gene Wilder was heartbroken by her passing, but he channeled his grief into a mission to honor her memory. In 1991, he co-founded Gilda's Club with Gilda's psychotherapist, Joanna Bull. The organization, named in Gilda's honor, provides support for cancer patients and their families, offering a place where they can find comfort, community, and, most importantly, laughter. Gilda's Club has since grown into a nationwide network, with branches across the United States and Canada. The club's motto, "Living with cancer is not an option, but living well is," reflects Gilda's belief in the importance of finding joy and connection, even in the face of life's greatest challenges. Through Gilda's Club, her legacy continues to touch the lives of countless individuals, providing them with the support and encouragement they need to navigate their own battles with cancer. Gilda Radner's life was a beautiful contradiction, a woman who made the world laugh while quietly battling her own inner demons, a public figure who shared her most private struggles with grace and courage. Her journey from a shy, insecure girl in Detroit to one of the most beloved comedians in history is a testament to the power of humor, resilience, and authenticity.